Hi friends, iKargos is back with important logistics news for the period from 15th to 28th February 2025. If you find our news update useful, please like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to press the bell icon. Escalating trade tensions and shipping uncertainty. The global ocean shipping industry, responsible for 80% of world trade, is grappling with heightened uncertainty due to escalating trade and geopolitical tensions. U.S. President Donald Trump's administration has imposed and proposed various tariffs, notably targeting Chinese goods and considering hefty entry fees on Chinese-built ships entering U.S. ports. These measures could increase costs for American exporters and importers, adding to the industry's challenges, which already include higher operational costs from severe weather and route changes to avoid geopolitical conflicts. Asian logistics operators expanding U.S. warehouse. Leasing Asian logistics companies, particularly third-party logistics providers, 3PLs, are increasingly leasing warehouses in the United States of America. This trend is driven by shifts in e-commerce, global trade, and manufacturing dynamics. Since 2023, leasing activities by these companies have doubled in major U.S. markets like New Jersey and Los Angeles. Factors such as favorable post-COVID-19 market conditions and the de minimis exemption, which allows online orders to be shipped directly from Asian storage facilities, contribute to this surge. Additionally, concerns over potential tariffs on imported goods have prompted companies to store more inventory in the U.S. Announcement of India and USA trade agreement has boosted biz confidence. The announcement of negotiating a bilateral trade agreement between India and the USA has boosted business confidence in both countries, since it can help further strengthen economic ties by leveraging their competitive strengths. Commerce and Industry Minister, Mr. Piyush Goyal, announced on 16th February. India's exports to the USA rose by 39% year-on-year to USD 8.44 billion in January 2025, while imports grew by 33.46% to USD 3.57 billion, according to the data from Commerce Ministry of India. Cumulatively, the exports of country to the U.S. during April to January grew by 8.95% to USD 68.46 billion, against USD 62.84 billion in the same period previous fiscal year, the data of ministry showed. India is mulling lower duties for low-volume U.S. imports. Officials have indicated that India could offer reduced duties on select products that it does not import in significant quantities from the USA under the proposed bilateral trade agreement. The government of India has begun discussions with stakeholders in sectors such as auto and auto components, where there is no significant threat to local industry from U.S. imports. The pace of India and ASEAN trade agreement review talks is slow. The next round is likely in April. The next round of negotiations for reviewing the Indian and ASEAN Free Trade Agreement in goods is expected in April, though the pace of talks has been rather slow, said an official government source. A free trade agreement in goods between India and the 10-nation bloc, ASEAN, was signed in the year 2009. External Affairs Minister, Mr. S. Jaishankar, on Monday, stated that the review of the trade agreement between India and ASEAN countries should not be delayed further. The electronics and electrical industry must target $100 billion in exports. The Indian electronics and electrical industry is looking to increase exports to $100 billion over the next 5 to 7 years and shun protectionism while prioritizing consumer interests, Commerce and Industry Minister Mr. Piyush Goyal said on the 24th of February. UK Trade Secretary and Investment Minister firm up 17 new export and investment deals during India visit. The United Kingdom on February 26 announced that its Trade Secretary, Mr. Jonathan Reynolds, and Investment Minister, Ms. Poppy Gustafson, have firmed up 17 new export and investment deals during their visit to India. The recent Union Budget of New Delhi, they said, drives more opportunities for British insurance companies to expand their presence in India. The Office of U.S. Trade Representatives has proposed charging Chinese-built vessels fees of up to $1.5 million to enter U.S. ports. This initiative aims to counteract China's dominance in the shipbuilding industry, which has grown from 5% of global shipbuilding tonnage in 1999 to over 50% in 2023, largely due to state subsidies and preferential treatment for state-owned enterprises. The proposal includes various fees for operators of Chinese-built ships and incentives for U.S.-built vessels. In U.S., a public hearing is scheduled for March 24 to discuss these measures. Air travel disruptions due to European strikes. Air travel to Greece faced severe disruptions due to a major countrywide strike by air traffic controllers on February 28. The strike, marking the second anniversary of the Tempe rail disaster, led to the cancellation of hundreds of flights, impacting thousands of passengers. Major airports, including Athens' Venizelos Airport, shut down for 24 hours. Passengers were advised to check their flight statuses and were entitled to refunds or rebookings if their flights were canceled. The strike also affected international flights transiting through Greek airspace and other services like trains, ferries, and taxis, etc. South Korea's export figures show mixed signals. In February, South Korea's exports are estimated to have risen by 3.8% compared to the previous year, largely due to extra working days in the month. However, when adjusted for working days, there was a 2.7% decline, indicating underlying challenges. The ongoing global trade war, particularly with tariffs imposed by the USA, is negatively impacting South Korea's trade momentum. The central bank has lowered interest rates and cut its economic growth forecast for 2025 to 1.5%. Imports are estimated to have increased by 1.7% in February, resulting in a trade surplus of $4.59 billion, a reversal from the previous month's deficit. Resumption of Suez Canal traffic. Since the beginning of February this year, 47 ships have been redirected from the Cape of Good Hope to the Suez Canal, according to the Suez Canal Authority chairman, Osama Rabi. This shift indicates a return of stability in the region after previous disruptions caused by the Red Sea crisis and attacks by Iran-backed Houthi militants since November 2023. The earlier attacks had significantly impacted global shipping, forcing vessels to take longer routes around Africa, increasing costs and leading to a financial loss of approximately $7 billion in Suez Canal revenue for Egypt in 2024. That's all for this update. Thank you for watching this news update, and we hope to see you again in our next video. For any information, immediate help, and prompt action for various segments of international logistics such as freight forwarding, customs, clearance, warehousing certifications, imports and exports, transportation, and supply chain related one-stop solutions, visit www.ikargos.com.